Good morning. Here's a summary of top news updates from the US, Europe, and West Asia as of Wednesday, July 9, 2025. United States. Texas flood catastrophe. The devastating flash floods in central Texas continue to be a major tragedy, with the death toll now climbing to at least 109, and over 160 people still missing. Search and rescue operations are ongoing along the Guadalupe River. Concerns are being raised about the adequacy of warnings issued before the floods. President Trump is expected to visit Texas on Friday. Elon Musk's The America Party. Elon Musk's recently announced political party is generating continued discussion. Reports indicate a 7% dip in Tesla stock following the announcement, raising investor concerns about Musk's political focus impacting his business ventures. Economic bill signed. President Donald Trump's new economic bill, which includes tax cuts and reductions in federal government spending, has been officially signed into law. Europe. EU climate goals. The European Commission is moving forward with its proposal to legally mandate a 90% reduction in net greenhouse gas emissions by 2040, compared to 1990 levels, aiming for climate neutrality by 2050. This proposal also introduces the controversial flexibility of using international carbon credits to meet a limited portion of the target. Ukraine conflict and aid. Russia launched another mass missile and drone attack overnight on July 9, targeting Ukrainian cities far from the front lines. The European Union is considering establishing a massive €100 billion fund for Ukraine in its next 7-year budget. There are also reports that President Trump is considering sending another Patriot air defense system to Kyiv. Widespread drought and wildfires. A long-lasting drought is significantly impacting Europe and the Mediterranean basin, covering over 45% of the region since mid-March. This has heightened the risk of wildfires, with several breaking out, including one near Marseille that forced the temporary closure of its airport and disrupted train traffic. BRICS Summit impact. The recent BRICS summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, continues to be a topic of discussion. The summit, which saw Indonesia formally join as a full member and welcomed 11 new partner countries, emphasized strengthening South-South cooperation, reforming global governance institutions, and addressing climate finance. West Asia. Israel-Iran conflict escalation and diplomacy. Rising casualties. Iran has officially reported that at least 1,060 people have died in its conflict with Israel, with warnings that the toll could rise due to severe injuries. Independent human rights groups cite even higher figures. Direct U.S.-Israel talks amid ceasefire efforts. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is in Washington for talks with U.S. President Trump. These meetings coincide with indirect talks between Israeli officials and Hamas in Qatar, aimed at securing a U.S.-brokered Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal. President Trump has expressed optimism about a possible breakthrough in the Gaza ceasefire talks, stating that negotiators are certainly working on a truce. However, Palestinian officials note that no breakthrough has been achieved so far, with Israel's refusal to allow free aid entry into Gaza remaining a key obstacle. Iran's stance and accusations. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has stated Iran is open to dialogue with the U.S. but expressed concerns about trust following U.S. and Israeli attacks. He has also accused Israel of an assassination attempt against him. Houthi attacks and Israeli response. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, have conducted strikes on Houthi targets in Yemen after a Houthi ballistic missile attack aimed at Ben Gurion Airport in Israel. Economic impact on rice exports. The ongoing conflict in West Asia is significantly disrupting rice exports from Uttar Pradesh, India. Farmers and mill owners are suffering from plummeting demand, stalled payments, and sharp price declines, particularly for basmati rice, with Iran being a major market. India's Chief of Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan, has expressed concern over a possible strategic convergence between China, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, which he views as a major new threat to India's security and regional stability. He also highlighted the United States' ambiguous position in the Indo-Pacific and West Asia. To help this content grow, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your support.